Okay, sorry about that. This will be video number 2. Video number 1 that I just recorded was interrupted by my alarm on my phone. But here we are at the storage. I'm going to try and work for an hour or two. Over to this side, I'm going to try and make up some space so I can pull tractors in here one at a time and strip them down. Strip them down to get rid of them. But there's a MTD mower deck over there that I came on a tractor that was given to me in the middle of the summer, and I put it up on Craigslist for free. I think it was Sunday night, and Monday some lady called and was interested. She wanted to pick it up, and I says, well, I can't do it today, but Tuesday. Call me after 11 Tuesday morning. And I haven't heard from her, so I don't know. Anyway, if it doesn't sell, it'll just go in for a load of scrap metal and just get rid of the thing. The blade spindles are stuck on it, and I was trying to get, 20, 25 bucks for it, but I don't know. Okay, rolling my tractor, my main tractor outside. I left the dome light on my truck. It's chilly tonight. The thermometer up here says about 54, 55 degrees. Right, well, outside it's about 24 degrees. There's no heat in this building, but that's pretty normal for the inside of a building. Let's see. Yep, we're recording. Inside of a building to be warmer than the outside, even without a heater. Gets a little bit dusty in here. I still have the touch of the cold that I got 2 weeks ago. I bought some of these wooden crates at Menards last week. I bought 4 of them. They were on sale. I was going to try them out. Put parts in, heavy parts in them. I don't know how well they're going to hold up. I've thought about making some, but then, well, that's more work. Okay. Because sometimes you make a decision, okay, do I spend the money and buy something made already, or do I spend a little bit less money, buy the supplies, and make something a little bit stronger than this? Time, energy, effort. Kind of like, you got to decide which way am I going to go between those two. But then if you're a rich guy, well, you can just go to Menards and buy 50 of these if you want. Or you just pay someone to do the work for you. That would be nice. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. What do I do next? Let's see. It's kind of a slow process. I'm getting a lot more done here. In here, This is in one barn. I got stuff in a 13 by 45 in another barn. Plus I have a grain bin. It's 18 foot across. I have that all to myself. I got some work done in the other barn back in February. I think I worked there 2 nights. And one of those is, I got a video on YouTube for that. And then I've been working, I think I did work over in that other barn a little bit in the middle of the summer. But I've been doing more work in here because I'm just trying to free up space. You know, dismantle 4 more tractors. Well, there's 1 more tractor in the other barn that I'll dismantle. So I got 5 tractors to dismantle. Here's some, I don't know if you can see, oh, you can't see it, my free Poland 4x4 lawnmower walk behind I got for free from a customer I deliver pizza to once in a while. And she said the blade came off while it was running, and she thought, well, that's bad luck, let's give it away, just get a new one. But it's got a Honda engine on it. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to try and fix it and use it. Well, I have really no use for a walk behind mower, or fix it and sell it. If I was going to do that, I'd have to do that really fast because we're going to get snow here pretty soon. Or take the engine off. I have probably about 20 years ago, I got for free an old Canadian built 2-stage walk behind snowblower. And I think I probably sold the engine off of it and kept the front end, which has a 2-stage, but this one had a gearbox on the side. There wasn't a shaft coming out from the second stage to the first stage to a worm drive like the ones you see now. It was actually a chain going to a gearbox from the second stage to the gearbox to a chain to the first stage. And I guess I've ran into people on the internet once in a while looking for that gearbox, but I've kept it for, like, you know, my pedal cart project. It's not a big gearbox. It's a right angle gearbox, but you know, the first stage I'm going to try and sell it. If it doesn't sell, it just goes in for scrap. The second stage I'm going to keep and probably turn it into a blower for blowing leaves off the driveway. I was thinking of putting this engine on that. I could build something pretty easy. It comes naturally to me. You know, I could be very depressed, and if you brought me here, or if I got myself here on a day I was very depressed, and I started building something, I can turn into the happiest person on earth just building something. I just love building things. Okay, here's the MTD mower deck I tried giving away. It's still on Craigslist for free, but the spindles are stuck. The deck shell's really good. I thought, you know, the deck shell's worth 20, 25 bucks. But nobody has wanted it yet. You know, whether 20, 25 bucks or for free. I actually have 2 ads running for this. But I don't know if I don't give it away or sell it, it's just going to go in for scrap. Just bye-bye, bye-bye. Okay, out to my truck. Yep, out to my truck, and then I can put it in the trailer tomorrow. And oh, that's right. Oh, this. I didn't bring my Sawzall with me. I think it was in the last week I worked on this mower deck. I worked on this mower deck that I got this for free with a Murray riding mower chassis, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And I'm saving this height adjustment thing on it. Down here, well, you can't see it, there's a double pulley spindle that I can use. And I'm going to have to take my Sawzall and cut a notch in the back of the deck to get that out. And then there's one bolt right here that I couldn't get off. I worked on this one night late in the last week. I got every bolt off except this one. This one bolt keeps me from removing this thing. Then once that's done, this goes in for scraps. Goes bye-bye. Wonder if I should put this in the back of my truck. I don't know. I think I can lift it. The spindles on this thing are stuck too. But I still have no idea what brand mower deck this is. You know, it might be a Boland's. I'm not really sure. It's a little bit more sophisticated than, say, an MTD or a Murray, but really don't know. It says 40. Okay, the flap says 42. A 3-blade 42-inch cut. I don't know, could be a Gilson. I have no clue. I did save a few parts over here. Maybe I'll just put it in the back of the truck. I don't know. I just don't want to wake up people in the neighborhood with a Sawzall. I don't have the Sawzall with me here. It's at home. I don't keep any of my power tools here, so let's see, where do we put this? Put it somewhere so I can still bring the tractor in and out. Oh well. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I should grab some metal and put it in the back of my truck. And then tomorrow when I'm back here, when it's daylight, I'll just throw it in my trailer. I got scrap I've collected in the trailer by the other barn. Here's one of my bigger plastic totes. Walking over this stuff since spring this year. Cylinders, I don't know. Brake, bye-bye brake pad. Old wheel horse deck spindle, 37-inch deck spindle. Bye-bye. Well, you can't keep everything. That's for sure. There. Maybe keep that. Here's access cover for a Toro 117 Groundsmaster. I these I'm going to keep. These are the perforated steel tube from the company in Colorado. They're pieces. I cut this up for the pedal cart and built something. I didn't like it, so I undid it. But they're very usable. This stuff is expensive. One of these that's 6 foot long is like close to 30 bucks with tax. Well, that looks a little bit better. Let's see. Plate in, control that. There's a few things I'll keep. That one. I've had this a long time. I don't know where it came from. It came with something I bought or was given to me, I don't know. Long time ago. Time for it to go. Okay, so I got a storage tote full of small metal parts. Okay, what do I do next? I move the mower deck. I'll deal with the mower deck later. I was going to try and list this on eBay. This is the impeller for a Toro 79365 single stage snowblower attachment for a Toro 5XI tractor. Except the last person that used it, I don't know if you can see it. See the metal. They ran it without skids on it. I remember, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, someone called me up and they were looking for skids, or little shoes that are on each side of the bottom of a snowblower. They wanted to buy some, and I said, well, I got some, but I'm keeping them for spares for my other snowblowers. Well, the guy was upset. He wanted, I think he offered me like $5 or $10 a piece for them. Well, from a dealer, they're 30 bucks each. That might have been the same guy that had the snowblower this was on, because this guy was running the snowblower without skids, and he wore down the actual body of the snowblower, and at the same time he wore down this side about a 1/2 inch. So the diameter of this side is a 1/2 inch, but a 1/2 inch shorter across, or this way, or than this end. But a new one of these from when Toro still listed these, 900 bucks a piece plus shipping. So now I checked in the last week or two, neither Toro or Parts Tree will list these anymore. So I was thinking of putting this on eBay for, I don't know, 50 or 75 bucks. Whoever uses it would have to cut off and replace this sprocket. I've rotated it. I got another video of this on a piece of dowel wood, and I rotated it. I don't see a wobble in it, so I don't think it's bent. I did get one years ago where the impeller was bent. I have that video on YouTube, and it's got, I don't know, quite a few thousand views on it. But I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe started at 100 bucks. 100 bucks plus shipping. Maybe someone would still buy it. you know, of course I'd be telling them exactly, honestly, what's wrong with it. But since they can't buy a new one, and a new one is 900 bucks, if they can find a new one, maybe they want to spend 200 bucks, including shipping. I don't know. Otherwise, it just goes in for scrap. Now I got to think, okay, what am I doing next? See if I can move stuff back there. Okay. Move the tractor out this way. The next tractor to be dismantled, move it out about where I'm standing, and then move all that junk over that way. I got, on the floor here, I got totes full of, I got my own little mini hardware store here. Plus I have casters from Snapper 21 inch. Snapper 21 inch walk behind mowers, they sold dethatcher attachments. And for a while I was buying them on Craigslist, 5 or 10 bucks a piece just for the caster from them. And then I tried selling the tine things on them, but I didn't spend a lot on them. I got them all at pretty good prices. For the people that don't know me from my other videos, I have Lyme disease. It was diagnosed June 20th, 2013. And my bullseye rash on my upper right arm happened one summer in the early 80s. I don't know what year. 81, 82, 83, 84. Some year in there I remember coming in for mowing grass. I was a kid mowing neighborhood lawns. And I showed my brother Brad this bullseye rash right up here on this arm up here. Up there, I don't know. And he looked at it, he says, oh, that's just probably some tick bite, and he didn't think it was anything to worry about. Well, of course, in the early 80s, very, very, very few people in North America had even heard of Lyme disease. So, okay, what do we do next? Oh, the snowblower cab that I mentioned in the last video from in here I got for free. It was about 5 years ago I drove up halfway between the Twin Cities and Duluth to get a snowblower attachment, and the guy says my wife just wants me to get rid of stuff, and the guy almost begged me to take the snowblower cab, but I got it for free. He just threw it in with the snowblower. The guy had plenty of space on his property and plenty of storage space, but wife just got on his case and said, get rid of some stuff. Oh, hey, more metal. Let's see, do we use this? Oh, it's looking gnarly. I get a shelf over here with lots of various metal parts, you know, that I've kept for projects that, you know, if I was in a bind, most of the metal up there I could just haul it in for scrap if I was really in a panic. But I'm not in a panic right now. Okay, let's see. Ramps. Move the ramps. The trike. The cans. Toolbox. I haven't used this toolbox. I bought this. Oh, I don't know, when did I buy it? Oh wait, batteries. I don't want to short out the batteries. Cause an explosion. That would be bad. I do have insurance for here. Just don't want to claim. That would not be good. Okay, ramps. Move the ramps. Don't have a radio on. Looks like a ground cord. Okay, the other ramps. Northern Hydraulics, well now Northern Tool, they sold these metal traction plates. And I bought a bunch of these in the middle 90s. I think the middle or late 90s. But I wanted to attach them to a ramp for traction. Because this is a ramp just, made out of wood. And my late friend Norman Colander, who had a little machine shop in his garage, these pieces were a lot bigger, and he cut them in strips for me. And I still have these ramps. I use them here and there. These are the shorter ramps. I have the bigger aluminum ramps. I miss Norman. He died, I think it was the spring of 2007. He was in the church that I used to go to. Here, let me put this out here. Whoops. Oh. He was in the church that I used to go to, and really liked him. And he was on a ship in World War II, and he was maintaining boilers, and he was exposed to the asbestos in insulation on the ships, and he ended up getting, I think it was throat cancer. He smoked cigarettes until he was, I don't know, about 40 or 50, and gave them up. But it was the throat cancer that took his life. Really miss him. Really miss him. I'd get eggs from him. He'd do machine work for me. Well, he went to another church. He left the church we were going to, went to one of the splinter churches, and he did machine work for me and drilling and stuff, and he didn't charge much for it. Well, he was retired, living in the house that he grew up in. Oh, I thought I saw a shadow. Okay, that's a shadow on the snowplow in there. But he made several things for me over the years, and him and I, our politics were basically the same or very similar. I just loved going over to his place and talking to him. We got along quite well. I don't think him and I ever got in an argument or anything, but he got upset at me a few times. I was trying to build some adapters to put a worn 54-inch snow blade on the front of a Toro Groundsmaster, and I had one set up in one end of the shop, and he was letting me work in his garage, and he says something was sticking out, and he says, I don't want to accidentally run into that and bruise myself and get an infection. I think that was the one time he got upset at me, but I was careful. I thought I was careful, but anyway, I was on his property, so I had to go by his rules. You should follow rules as long as they're not unreasonable. He was reasonable. Here's a gas tank from a Snapper rear engine rider that I got for free about 3-4 years ago. I should see if I could sell this. Maybe get $10 for it, or just give it away. I don't know. One town near me used to have, this company had this property with a pole building, and they took scrap metal, they took appliances, they took trash, they took a whole lot of stuff, and I drove there one day with a load of scrap, and they were closed down. I was so disappointed. It was only, like from here, it's like about a 4-mile drive. So disappointed that they closed up, but they must not have been making money, or maybe they were losing money, I don't know. But now I have to drive about 25 miles to bring in scrap metal. So anyway, let's see, stereo. I got juice with me in my truck. I got juice, oranges, I got gluten-free chips. I got a lot of stuff. I probably should take all of my flammable stuff and put it in the grain bin. Okay, let's see. Trike, the old trike. Oh, I got parts for the pedal cart and that tote there. Probably should put more of the coat hooks, or the cup hooks. These are like a kitchen cup hooks. I should put some more of these up in these the beams. So for hanging cords from all the various lights. Oh, and it's so nice to work in here with all these. I put these lights up in here about a month ago. It's so much easier than walking around with a trouble light from one side to the other. I didn't spend much on them either. Let's see. Okay, the old trike. Let's see if I can move the old trike. Darn, this is clumsy. I have an old adult trike. Okay, let's see if I can roll this thing and get the Burko snowblower out of the way. Thing can go into the trash. I gotta get some fluid in me. Don't have a radio on. Yeah, the temperature is going down just a hair. I mean, maybe half a degree. It's about 54 degrees. This is my second beard this fall. I had one that I shaved off and I just kind of got lazy. Well, my shaver got lazy. This is another one. This has been growing for over a month. I don't know. I might leave it on through the holidays. See how much gray there is in there. Excuse me. Kind of weird being in here without a radio on. Oh wow, 39 minutes. I'm hoping to move out of this section. Well, I wanted to move out of this section several, 2-3 years ago. My health hasn't been good enough to do it. My Lyme disease, my health has been going up and down, up and down, up and down. I've wanted to get help and nobody wants to help. really frustrating. There's people that could help me, but they don't. But then, of course, there's people that they're so short on time, or they have to help their spouse with something, or they're having their own health problems. I don't know. I don't have any really close friends, to be honest. It'd be really nice to get some close friends. I've had friends come and go in my life, and it's sad when you have friends that don't talk to you anymore. You know, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I get a friend from high school that I was close to, and I last talked to him, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And it was before I got my Lyme diagnosis. And I'm going to be really open here. He said to me, "Boyd, you just talk about yourself." And so I think he was just kind of letting off a little bit saying that to me. But if he said that, he's probably right. I'm sure, there's a lot of people that are narcissistic, and I guess I'm a bit narcissistic myself. Don't try to be, but excuse me for burping. Okay. Got one of the 4-wheel steer tractors moved. This one has the engine on it, the transmission. Oh, I could sell that transmission. Don't have a deck or a hood. The seat is crap. I got this one running. I think I only paid $50 for it. $50 for it 3-4 years ago. Craftsman all-wheel steer tractor. And I'm going to keep the engine and the steering hubs on it, and the wheels, rear wheels. Scrap the rest of it. Get rid of it. I got another one just like it in the back corner that's just a frame and 4 wheels and tires. Okay. Oh wait, that one's got chains on it too. Oh, look at that. 2-link chains. The Burko snowblower that I got 9 days ago had 2-link chains with it. So I have 2 sets of chains for 20x10 tires, and I have 2 sets of wheel weights for 8-inch wheels that I can sell. Okay, cool. Alright. What do I do next? Okay, think, boy, think. Okay, move that. Air tank. I used to carry this air tank in the back of my truck with me a lot. I don't much anymore. Okay, what time is it? Oh, it's very late at night. I'm not going to tell anybody how late it is. I'm very much a night owl. I get emails from OkCupid every day, and I look at some of the profiles, and there's a lot of women that are in their 30s and 40s, and I see a lot of them are politically liberal. And I don't plan, if I'm going to get married, whoops, I want to marry a woman whose politics is very close to mine, so there's one less thing to argue about or disagree about. Okay, there, move that, maybe you put that in a metal bin. Throw this away, throw this away. I wonder what my breath is like tonight. People with Lyme disease can be very good at keeping up with brushing their teeth and stuff, and they can still have this horrid breath, just horrible, like knock you out, terrible breath, and it's because of the Lyme disease. And I've had that experience. Okay. Oh man, bolts and U-bolts and stuff. Lots of stuff in here. Okay, should I throw this away? Wait. Oh, that's part of a shifter from a riding mower, I think. Let's throw it. Oh. I hauled 2 bags of trash out of here in the last 2 weeks. Brought them to work, put them in the dumpster at work. And yes, I have permission to do that. Okay. The tote full of nuts and bolts. Yeah, it's kind of heavy. Okay, let's see. Use your knees. Oh, yeah, that's heavy. It was after the housing crash in 2008. I think it was 2009. On Craigslist, somewhere not far from here in Wisconsin, a guy had a John Deere SST-16. That was the zero-turn tractor. They made a SST-15, then a 16, then an 18. Had a Briggs Vanguard engine on it that I sold. But I got the whole tractor for free. Sold the mower deck. I think the hood was busted up. Yeah, sold the mower deck. Sold the rear wheels. Sold various parts on it. Yeah, the transmissions on it was bad. This is what I have left of it. These are pretty good sized casters. I'm going to try and find a use for them. I could use them on a pull type mower because they are large. Okay, more hardware. Okay, metal, scrap metal. Battery cables. How long have we been recording now? Let's see, 50 minutes. Okay, I got my broom there. I can throw that away. Okay, I can kind of feel my lower back is not happy with me. I probably should go to the chiropractor. I think I went to my chiropractor this last spring or summer. My lower back just feels something's a little bit off kilter. I should go back and see him again. Okay. If you want to make a 3-point hitch on your garden tractor, but you're on a budget and you don't have the money to, well, there are kits you can buy on eBay. I think it's Rug brand, R-U-G-G. They make 3-point hitch kits for like John Deere 400 series and maybe some others. But if you're on a budget, see if you can find someone parting out a Toro 117 or 118 or 120 Groundsmaster. In the early 90s for a while, they used the name ProLine instead of Groundsmaster. Well, the lift arms for the mower deck in the front for the lift arms. There was a piece of metal connecting the two sides that, well, I cut that out of this, but there's a nice dog leg bend in there. I parted out two 117 Groundsmasters, and I kept these with the intention of building a 3-point hitch. Don't know if I'll get around to it, but if I don't, well, I can just scrap them. Somewhere beyond the sea. Okay, I'm not going to use this. Got this for free. I should sell this. Put it on Craigslist, get 10, 15, 20 bucks for it. Got it for free. I ate enough food today. Casters. Wheels to once I have 5 tractors parted out, that can free up a lot of space. In 1994, I had just my wheel horse 252H with a 37-inch mower deck. And that was the one year I went full-time with my lawn service. And I wanted so bad to be successful. And I was trying so hard. You know, I'd get to bed 11 or 12 or 1, and I'd be up at 6 some days, and I really pushed myself. And one morning I was up at 6 and showered and ate and went to my storage, loaded up the equipment, and I was so tired I forgot to tie down my 21-inch snapper commercial mower that cost $750, and it fell off the truck, and some guy chased me down. Says your mower fell off back there, and I went down and picked it up. I think some bushing was damaged on it. I found the damage later, but I just to come up with an extra $20 for something was almost impossible. But that year I found a Boland's 34-inch mower deck for like 10 or 20 bucks. I found a used lawnmower engine, and then I went to Northern Tool and I bought 4 of these casters, brand new, and I used some of this. I bought some of this stuff and I made a frame, and I think I had a height adjustment system, and I built a mower, a wing mower. It wasn't actually a pull type mower, it was on casters. So it moved with the tractor. I actually ran it. I ran it a couple times, but I had the drive pulley on the engine was too big, and it strained the engine and it popped a valve. But I ran it. It ran, you know, a total of 10 minutes. It cut really well. You know, the blades were spinning so darn fast, it just cut grass perfectly. My regret is never getting a picture of it. I really was so strapped for money that I couldn't even, it would be pushing it to go and buy a roll of film to put my camera and get a picture of this thing. I wish I had a picture of it. I ended up parting the thing out. You know, the engine, I didn't have money to fix the engine, and I sold the mower deck for, I don't know, 20 bucks or so. Still have the casters to it. Okay. But I picked up a lot of stuff over the years. A lot of stuff has come and gone. I've parted out probably about 50 riding mowers in here. A lot of them I got on Craigslist, either for free or 50 bucks, 75 bucks, 100 bucks. Or I'd see them sitting next to a house with a flat tire and grass growing up around them. When I'd be out on a delivery, and then the next day or two I'd go by that same house, knock on the door, tell them my first and last name, and ask about that mower, that riding mower. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Some of that juice just came back up. I'd ask about the riding mower, sit next to the house, and the lady would say, "Oh, that old thing. We've been trying to get rid of that thing for 5 years." And they'd get excited that someone would be at their door wanting to take it. And I'd gladly, and they'd just usually be so excited. Once in a while, I'd get someone that would be bothered. "What are you bothering me for?" But anyway, there was enough people knew me or had my name or my phone number, then they'd give my phone number to someone else and say, well, if you got a broken down riding mower, you can just call Boyd. He'll probably pick it up for free and get rid of it for you. And this is from a Cub Cadet rear engine riding mower, another mower I got for free. It was about 6/10 of a mile, no, a little bit more than half a mile away from where I live. Got this about 10 years ago. Sold the engine. So I made a little bit of money on it. Oh man. Look at all the space I'm freeing up. Well, my main tractor's out there. I can move a little bit more stuff and move this tractor there. Oh, the floor is messy. Tire tubes. Man, I got a bunch of tire tubes. 18 by 850, 950-8. Okay. Got a bunch of them. You can take a tire tube and cut it up. You can cut slots in it, and you can slip it over a padlock you got going into a door. If you make it the right way, you can slip it over the padlock so the padlock doesn't get snow or ice buildup on it in the winter time. It's worked pretty good for me to do that. Steering wheel, don't need that. Okay, do I want to move that and move that? I don't know. Another set of chains. Yeah, this would be a good time. This would be a good time here to sell chains. Chains for a 20-inch tire, garden tractor or lawn tractor tire. Okay, that. Move these. That's kind of hard. Oh. I've been watching videos on YouTube the last day or two about treating disease with high doses of vitamin C. And I mentioned that on my Facebook page, and my brother in Australia says, like I mentioned that to you several years ago in a conversation, and I had completely forgot about it. Hey, that's hollow. I think it's hollow at this end. Oh, it's threaded and hollow at this end. It's not hollow at that end. I don't know. Anyway. Snowblower. I had my last, one Toro 117 Groundsmaster when I had to change engines on it. I think it was the electric clutch failed on it, and I took and I modified the there was a double pulley system on it for the belts going forward from the engine to run the mower deck, and I rigged up this thing to basically build my own clutch to turn off the mower deck and turn it on. And then I made this up from various pieces of metal I had sitting around. I had to do some drilling and stuff, but this went down to a lever for the pulleys, the tension, the belt for the mower deck. Worked pretty good. It's a lot cheaper than spending $300, $400, $500 for a electric clutch that I didn't have the money for. I know when I'm not here, the darn mice are running around. Right where I am over here, let me turn the phone. Over here, I swept this floor. I did a cleanup in this section right here in the middle of the summer, I think in July. And I know I swept the floor, and it's just a mess. It looks like the floor hasn't been swept in 10 years. But here's a rear steering axle from a Dutz. Oh, damn, I don't remember. Simplicity and Dutz had a small rear steer riding mower where the mower deck was in front and the drive axle, then the engine, then the rear steer axle. Tried selling it, just might end up scrapping it. I'm wondering, okay, do I want to move a few more things and dig out the other Sears four-wheel steer tractor that has just a frame? Because that one I could strip down a lot faster than the other ones. I'd like to build some momentum doing this. Yeah, it's a mess. What I would really love to find would be a Boland's Villa mower. I didn't even know they existed until I saw one listed on Craigslist, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. It's a very small riding mower that, again, the mower deck's in front, and the drive wheels, and the frame, and the engine, and the rear steer. A very short, very small riding mower. The smallest one had like a single blade 30-inch mower deck on it. And then I think there was others that had two blade, like 36-inch deck or a 38-inch deck. And I started a Facebook group for them, I don't know, about a year ago. And I finally got one guy that joined and posted pictures of one that he picked up. He's north of Chicago somewhere, and he picked one up in the last couple of weeks, and he posted pictures, and I was very excited that someone finally got pictures of one. I've wanted to find one. I really... I'm not in a position to buy one. I'd love to find one for free. I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of them out there. I have over the years gotten more free riding mowers than I can even remember. You know, maybe there's still a chance I could find one for free. Anyway. I need to focus on other stuff. for now. Okay, people on the internet, on lawnmower forums, are calling these stack pulleys. There's a pulley that comes down from a vertical shaft engine on a riding mower. This pulley runs a belt to the transmission. This pulley runs a belt to the mower deck. Well, this one's bent, but people are calling these stack pulleys. Well, looks like I'm going to scrap this one. You know, I'm feeling it's very, very late. I'm not going to tell you how late it is, but I think I'm going to dig out that other Sears four-wheel steer tractor and put it here. It wouldn't take me a huge amount of more work than I've already done now to do that. So I think I'm going to do that now. I have, let me see. Let me get this thing down. This thing has been hanging up against this post for, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. I had it, the metal from it was given to me. I'll move the phone as soon as I get this thing down. It's really heavy. I used to, in the 90s, I had my Mazda B2000 pickup trucks I was driving, and I had my little wheel horse tractor in the back, and I thought, okay, what if if I crash into something? Where is that riding mower going to go? And I was afraid of the riding mower crashing into the back of the cab and trapping me in the cab. Well, I had this thing made. This thing's got to weigh 100 pounds. Holy cow. This thing would sit in the front of the bed of the truck. And my intention was that if I was in a crash, that this thing is thick enough and heavy enough that the riding mower wouldn't go through the front of the bed of the truck or into the cab. Okay, let me post it. See there? Okay, I have to look at the screen. So that's pretty thick metal there. It's got the arms. It's got the holes in the corners so I could chain it into the bed. It'd make a little bit of noise if it moved around, but it's a really thick metal. I think I'm just going to put it up for sale on Craigslist. Maybe I can give $50 for it, but I almost never... My Toro garden tractors are a bit big to carry in the bed of my truck. A bit big and a bit heavy. They can fit, but they're a bit heavy. I try and use the trailer, so I don't know if I could get $50 for that. Let's see, other metal on the floor. Maybe put this up here for now. What is that? I don't know what that is. That's something. Okay, various pieces of metal on the floor. Oh, I get sore so much faster if I have to bend over. like bending over just takes a lot out of you as you get older. Okay, let's see. I got a little bit angry in my last video I recorded in here. I got angry at people telling me just sell everything. And I think I was justified saying that. Multiple people that said that to me. I didn't say their names, but I think I was justified. Sometimes you just kind of get tired of hearing other people's opinions. I'm sure everybody experiences that. They get tired of it. I'm gonna think for myself. Just like the owner of the restaurant I work at. I think about 2 years ago. I don't see him there very often. They had upped the delivery fee. And he was looking around and he was talking and I was giving an opinion and one of the waitresses was giving an opinion. I think a third person might have given an opinion and he got upset at us and he says, well, I own this place and I can do what I want to. And we all just kind of shut up. And that moment there got me thinking. I thought, yeah, Boyd, shut up. Just keep your opinion to yourself. More trash. I don't know. I should get a picture of this thing. Move this bar back here. Oh, yeah, it is a mess. Speaker. Trash. Decon. Okay, maybe I should slide this tractor in here and then dig out the other tractor. I got the phone charging. One thing I don't know, okay, is there a limit? Is there a limit to where my phone says, okay, I'm done recording. I'm not going to take any more. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's only when the storage capacity is maxed out. I pay for extra storage. I pay Apple like $3 a month for extra storage, so that's quite a bit. Now, what is this? I do not know what this is. It's kind of greenish. There's some kind of stamping on it. I don't know what it is. LVONLHK. Darn, I don't know what in the world this is. Maybe I should get a flat, my pen on it. Rotate it a little bit there. I don't know if that's brass or copper. There's a greenish color to it. Now this part of it is metal, but see there's a little split right there. The end is pointed. I do not know what this is. Anyway, I'll have to show it to my mom. Well, I'm gonna use the grate out. I'm gonna go outside and water some grass. I'll be right back. Okay, alright, let's see. What does the thermometer say? Yeah, still at about 54 degrees. Okay, I could use the broom a little bit more. It's not going to make the floor look a whole lot better. Just a little bit better. Hour and 22 minutes. Well, maybe a few people will stick around this long, keep watching the video. If you have an account, you know, with like Google, Gmail, then on YouTube you basically have an account with YouTube that way. And say if you watch a video halfway through, you can come back to that same video, you know, go back in your history, go back to the video, and usually YouTube will bring you right back to where you left off on that video. Okay, move one tractor. Move one tractor back in there. Still a mess. Steering gear. Tractor steering gear. Throw that away. Another steel rod. Threaded on one end. I'm thinking once I can move out of this section that I rent, I probably would be renegotiating my storage here, but I could be saving, I don't know, 80 to 100 bucks a month. My storage bill. That would be nice. And then once I move out of the green bin, I'd be saving another, I don't know, 50 bucks a month or so. Okay, let's, okay, how do I do this without straining my back? It's a big threaded rod. That must be 3/4 inch standard thread. Okay, how can I? Okay, is it going to be hard for me to move this thing around, or do I need? Yeah, it is heavy. Okay. If only I had someone here to help me, it would be so nice. if I had one of those little dolly things in here. I think I got a couple in the other barn, except I think I got a riding mower sitting on them. Let's see, how do I do this? Okay, drag it. Move the trash can. Yeah, this is from that Dutz Alice rear steer mower I got about 6 years ago. This is a carrier frame that supported the mower deck. Sold the engine, sold the transmission, sold the steering cables to a guy in Michigan. One of the casters was bent. I think this caster listed new at a dealer for about 50 bucks. Found this one on eBay. Some dealer listed it. I think I got it for like 10. I got it really cheap. It was like 5 or 10 bucks plus shipping. The guy was just getting rid of old stock, and I got this one. I need to take it off and lube it so it doesn't rust in place, but still has the sticker on it, the shelf sticker. Can, dolly. Oh boy. Well, today after I wake up late, I gotta help my mom do a little bit of work on the front of the house that were of the, it's an old house we were in with 3 apartments in it. Got to help her for about 15 minutes. Got to look at some, my landlord has some items he wants me to sell for him, and he's being generous. He said he'd give me half of what they sell for. That's really generous. So like a tire changer and some other stuff. And then I gotta run to the bank. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do this coming day. So, but I'm just, I'm into this enough that I want to dig out that other tractor and get it out here and move stuff around. But okay, let's see. Drag it sideways. You can't see it. Well, this tractor, when I got it, had these arms on the back for a bagger attachment. And boy, it is so nice. It's so much easier to drag this tractor around by grabbing these arms on the back and just sliding it sideways. There's enough, there's no mower deck on the tractor. No mower deck, no other attachments. It's light enough that I can drag it. Just drag it and move it. Yeah, plus the rear wheels do spin some. I've taken apart a whole bunch of these, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 8 of these Noma design 4-wheel steer riding mowers. Most of them were Sears. They're sold by Sears, but Noma, Scott's, Stanley, Sears, Ingersoll. I can't remember all the names. I think I counted 8 different brands. 8 different brands, the same basic 4-wheel steer tractor design was used under. There were several variations, a lot of different engines, hoods, transmissions, multiple different hydrostatic transmissions, but most of them had the 6-speed. The first one I got was an actual Noma one. I got that one for free. When did I get that? I had my Ranger truck, I don't know, between 2006 and 2009. Complete tractor, running mower deck. The hydro was bad on it. Had a snowblower. Sold the snowblower on eBay to a guy. Was it some island off Seattle, but I think it was Canada. And I had to take the thing apart and put it in 2 boxes. He only budgeted like $100 for shipping, and it ended up costing him a total of like $400 or $500 to win the snowblower on eBay and then plus pay for shipping. And it took 2 of his paychecks to pay me for it. I had to take the snowblower apart, put it in 2 boxes, and he got it, and he says, "How am I going to put this thing together?" He was really, really frustrated. He got into buying a snowblower attachment from me, not knowing what he was doing. I kind of felt bad for him, but he bought it on eBay. I was honest with him, but he just, that was a good 10 years ago when they didn't have automatic estimates for shipping costs. Now when you buy something on eBay, you enter the weight, the dimensions of the box, and the UPS can get the actual shipping cost really close to what it's going to be. And anyway, let's see. I don't know, you're probably not going to be able to hear me too well when I get to the back corner here. Let's see, move the barrier thing. Move some totes, move the trike, move the free Craftsman tractor, move some more totes. Okay, yeah, I really want to get this done. I'm not in here a whole lot, and I have momentum built up, and I just don't want to stop. I have such trouble getting myself going some days. Kind of like a steam engine. Once I built up enough steam, I want to get there. I want to do something, and I don't want to stop and lose my momentum. Okay, move these parts. turn the phone a little bit. Wait, oh, I won't be able to see it back in the corner. Anyway. That sucker's got to weigh 100 pounds. On another pizza delivery, I think it was 2018, I had a pizza delivery to this house out in the country, and he had stuff at the end of the driveway. And he had one of these scales that you stand on in a doctor's office for free. You know, new, it's probably $200-300 or more. And he says, "Yep, it's yours, take it." Can't remember what else. He had like 2 or 3 other things for free at the end of the driveway. I don't remember if I grabbed anything else, but I've used that thing. You know, if I want to weigh something really heavy to sell on eBay, it comes in real handy to have that. But okay, back to the corner to dig this thing out. Yeah, might take me a half hour to get back there, but it would be worth it. Okay, dolly. Has anyone that has made two-wheel dolly like this named them Hello Dolly? It's just a thought. Just trying to be funny. Okay. Tie down straps. The old trike. You should see how many V-belts I have. I think I have probably 200 V-belts. Okay, here's the old trike. I don't know if you can see it. I bought it in December about 3-4 years ago when my mom was going on a trip. I have plans of, well, let me grab the phone and show it. It's an old trike. It's an old adult-sized trike. Let me move the phone over here. Okay, there. Okay, there. It's an old adult-sized trike. And this one actually has a rear axle, kind of like a riding mower, where there's a differential in the middle, and it drives both rear wheels. Now when you buy a new adult-sized trike, it drives just one of the rear wheels. And I had one of those from Walmart about 10 years ago, and I tried biking in snow, and it would just kind of go to one side because only one of the rear wheels was driven. So I sold it. But this one, I'm thinking of cutting the front end off of it and making it into a four-wheel so I can ride it in the wintertime. Okay, boy. Let's see. Boxes, V-belts. I got a lot of V-belts. Axle. Another axle. Think so. More metal to go in the craft load. Okay, I got a focus point. Okay, let's see. Excuse me. I got more parts for the pedal cart. Hubs and sprockets. I thought I just heard a noise. Maybe just a mouse upstairs. Or I heard something years ago, probably close to 20 years ago. This lady talked about people that grew up in the Depression, the 1930s, and they didn't have anything. And some of those people turn out to be hoarders, and they have trouble getting rid of stuff because the littlest thing was so hard to get and so valuable to them that they had a difficult time getting rid of stuff. I think that subject has actually come up on those, there's those TV shows like Hoarders. There's 2 different shows with a theme of hoarders. I think one of them's still on cable now, but I don't have cable anymore. Let's see. Move this tote around. Years ago, cows were in here. Cows, I think there was a bull in here years ago, long time ago. Oh boy, that's heavy. Okay. Let's see. I have an old Neptune brand reel mower. I don't know how old it is, but it's old. It says Neptune. It's got a wooden handle on it. Spins. I should do some research on it. See how old it is, clean it up. But it says Neptune. Probably the original handle, so that could be from the 30s. For all I know, this could be 100 years old. An antique. Okay, this is going to be harder to do. This Sears tractor I got for free 2 years ago. The transaxle broke on it. It just has one wheel on the rear. Get it through here. I don't know if you can see me, I'm way back here. Oh, this This tractor's a little bit newer, so it's going to be harder to move around. Okay, let's see. A little bit more work and we can accomplish this step. Darn it. Oh, I know. Get a bolt out of the bolt bin. Put a nut through it so I can put the dolly under the hitch. See if that bolt is, yep, it's the right size. Okay, let's see. I actually have a floor jack in here. I think it's back here. Oh, I don't know. Maybe just lift up on the corner and put the bolt on. What can I prop it up with? Lawnmower tire, wheel. Okay, that tire's on a wheel. Okay, there. Now I got the plate of the dolly can grab onto something on the hitch. And of course the front tires are flat on this one. If I had air in an air tank, I'd air up the front tires and this would be easier. Okay. Yeah, this is a project. I'm probably going to be tired today when I wake up. Sore. At least I'm not bending over a lot. I'm doing a lot better tonight than I did last time I recorded a video in here. Was it 2-3 weeks ago? Because then I had to stop after about 33 minutes because I was winded from talking, and now we are at an hour and 52 minutes almost. And I'm still talking. Man, I can't do this floor. the mice just spread stuff all over the place. There's this old pole barn. They have sheets of white foam board insulation. I'm sure some of it flakes off, and other parts of it, the mice bite it off, and it just goes all over in this barn. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, this tractor I got for free 2 years ago. Sold the mower deck from it, so. But the engine needs a starter. But if I don't get the engine running on my Dixie chopper 50-inch zero turn, I could take the engine off of this one and put it on there. So getting this tractor for free might have been one of the best things I've had happen in the last couple of years. For some reason, the song "Somewhere Beyond," is it "Somewhere Beyond the Sea" or "Somewhere Under the Sea"? Song from the 60s or 70s. That song keeps coming up in my brain. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, I have enough food today. I can drag this tractor out. Drag that one out. Yeah, I gotta do some do-si-do to get all this stuff passed, moved around. I don't have a ton of extra space. Move the old adult-sized trike. I would love to have an electric air compressor. Oh boy, that would come in handy. But the owners don't want me running one here because they use a lot of electricity, so. Okay, move this tractor. Okay, I can move this tractor out here and then drag the other one out, get it past it, put it sideways, put this one back in. I can do this. I can do this, just getting a little bit winded doing it. Oh. Did you know that YouTube has computers that deciphers everything that everybody says in videos and analyzes it for content? They don't have people doing it, they have computers doing it. And if you record your town's 4th of July fireworks, and if they play music, that computer picks up that music, and then you'll get an email saying copyright infringement, and they pull the video. Well, that's happened to me, and I get the email, and they show you this option of, you know, erasing the audio from this song and this song and this song from your video. And I tried that, and it didn't work, and I wasn't able to repost the video. And I don't have an editing program that I can do that with and still have the rest of the audio from the fireworks going off, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, okay, let's see. Yeah, there's room for me to drag this out here. Put it in the corner. I can do this. Okay. Try again with a dolly. Steering wheel's turning again. Keeps turning when I drag it. Maybe I should go grab the air pump from my truck. You know, if the owner's house was a lot closer to the barn than it is, I'd have to be very, very quiet. That was an imitation of Elmer Fudd, if you didn't notice that. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, is the valve stem on it? Oh, it's on the outside, okay. Turn the steering wheel a little bit. Okay. Now the other tire that's flat. Okay. Okay. feels so much better. Okay. Okay, let's see. Maybe I should have the tire pump over here. Are we still recording? Yeah, 2:01:40. Oh, the floor looks terrible. What's the, there's a stand-up comedian. He does impressions of people. Oh, I forget his name. He, I think he started getting national attention about 15 years ago. He's really famous for doing impressions of the former football coach. What's the former football coach? Madden, John Madden. He does impressions. He's really funny. He does Bill Clinton and George W. Bush, and oh, that guy is funny. Let's see, what's the easiest way to move this now? Oh, we can turn it sideways. I gotta get a picture of this thing, put an ad on Craigslist. Maybe I could get 30, 50 bucks for the hood, I don't know. Excuse me. Okay. Use my back again. I probably could take off one of my sweatshirts. I wish I could retire. I wish I had the money where I could just stop and just build all the machines I've had ideas for over the years. Pull type mowers. I got an idea about 10 years ago for a machine dedicated for clearing driveways. And there was another company that came up that put a machine on the market that was similar to my idea, but didn't have everything designed into it that my machine did. The machine that I have drawn. I haven't built it. I'd love to build it. It'd probably take me a grand or two to build it. You know, depending on how much stuff that I use that I already have. But That's been my dream. I wanted to have a manufacturing business since I was 14 years old. Just didn't know what I was going to manufacture. But I did know I wanted to bring a new product to the world, something that the world did not already have. And my four-wheel drive pedal cart, the design for it is unique enough that I haven't seen anything else out there that's like it. It's very unique. Okay. Oh, toolbox back there. Okay, two-wheel dolly again to the rescue. Ah, crap. Let's see. The darn tires are in the way. Let's see. Unless I picked up the rear end of this thing, lifted it up over. Yeah, it is kind of heavy. See if I can lift it up and over. Storage totes. How heavy is this one? Oh wow, that steers easy. Oof. That steers really easy. No engine sitting on it, so. Okay, use the dolly. Hello, dolly. Turn the steering wheel. Plastic hood. someone took and bolted the plastic hood to the steering tower. That's interesting. Okay, let's see. We're almost there. This one also has a bagger bracket on it, except it's a totally different design. It looks like they have the same frame. I think they have the same frame. Okay. Move the old real type mower. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this one's a bit lighter with no engine on it. Yeah, this one should be fairly easy to dismantle. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I am getting worn out doing this. Moving a little bit slower. 2 hours, 13 minutes. Yeah, I think I physically recover from days like this a lot better when I'm eating some good quality ground beef. My legs feel better, my brain works better, and what I feel sorry for the people out there, you know, I have Lyme disease. I feel sorry for the people out there with Lyme disease that are vegetarians, because they're going to have a much harder time getting enough protein in their bodies for their brain, for their arms, and for their legs to work. There's this one young lady, has a very slender build. She has a video on YouTube, and she's sitting there and she's very tired, and she says her arms feel like cement. I've watched that video a few times, and but I think she said she was a vegetarian, and you know, everybody has to make that choice whether you're going to eat meat or not. You know, it's up to each person, but I don't know what else to do. Well, you can always have eggs, hard-boiled eggs. That'll give you some really good protein, having hard-boiled eggs. But then there's people that don't eat any animal-based proteins at all. that's not vegetarian, that's some other word, I forget what that is. Okay, turn the steering wheel. Now this tractor I'm moving now with the hood on it. I've taken several of these apart over the years. And the frame of these mowers is quite interesting because it's the way they stamped it. They stamped out the metal with the holes and the bends and the holes and stuff. They bent it up, and there's different places along the frame where different parts are bent. And it's a really ingenious, very, very smart design to the frame. Okay, I got air in those two front tires, so I can put this baby back in the corner. Oh boy! Let's see. Okay, that ain't bad. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Did I dig up the hood? Oh well, scratched up a little bit. Maybe I could put the adult trike way in the back. That doesn't weigh a lot. But I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'll tell you that much. You can put the trash can right up here. Okay, grab the adult trike. Ramps. Okay, grab the adult trike. Okay, putting the adult trike in the back. Okay, let's see. Maybe put the rear end in first. I've had this thought of bringing my gray cat here. She would have so much fun exploring in this place, but I'm afraid she'd pick up some kind of bug from all the dust and from the mice running around, and I'm afraid she might get sick. Because if I brought her here, she'd be going everywhere. She'd be exploring this whole place. I don't want her to get sick. Okay. Okay, there's the adult trike, crates, mower deck, workbench, parts. Okay, parts. Maybe I can dismantle both of these Sears 4-wheel steer tractors at the same time. You know, remove the same bolts on both tractors at once without changing different sockets all as much. Okay, let's see. Mower ramps, gear tank, bungee cord, workbench. I haven't used this thing. Can you see it? Oh yeah, I haven't used this thing very many times. It's another freebie. I picked up a lot of stuff out on pizza delivery for free. Spare tire and wheel. Okay. Trash bag. Now slowly I'm creating more space as I get rid of stuff. I just don't want to have a fire sale. You ever put an ad on Craigslist for something and say $50 firm, and then some idiot shows up and looks at the ad and says, I'll give you $25 for it. No, $50 or go home. You're wasting my time. Just very rude, very annoying. When someone, they drive 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 miles, maybe 60 miles, and they are rude enough to offer you half or less than half for an item you have for sale that you say $50 firm. No, $50 or go home. Leave me. Don't bother, don't waste my time. Lowballing me something. lowballing me on something I already have priced very reasonable. You know, I priced it low so it would sell fast. Don't waste my time. Okay. Yeah, there's more stuff I could get rid of as I go through all this here. This is the storage tote with that's the storage tote with small scrap metal to be hauled in. Yeah, I probably should just keep one storage tote in here just for small scrap metal that I'm throwing away as I go through all my stuff. Let's move the phone a little bit. Okay, I moved that tote with the mower deck. Let's see, I can rest the mower deck over here. The unknown brand mower deck. My legs feel pretty good. I had a quick trip Angus ground beef patty before I came here tonight. Okay, air tank. Air tank. Okay, I'll put her back here for now. Okay, let's see, we got ramps out there. Yeah, both sets of ramps. Picked up a snow shovel for free. Okay, I should probably take a picture of that this big beam thing I showed earlier in the video. It was made to keep riding mower from going into the cab of the truck. Yeah, there's more stuff to get rid of, that's for sure. Okay, ramps. Ramps. Where do I put ramps? I could stand up ramps. Take a picture of the beam for Craigslist. Gas tank, I don't know. Okay, my broom. Well, a little bit more work and the tractor comes inside. Okay, get the ramps. I think I've gotten more done in 2019 than I did in 2018. In 2018, I was having trouble with my memory because I wasn't eating enough meat protein, and it was absolutely scaring the hell out of me. I thought, okay, Lyme is taking my brain, or I'm getting early onset Alzheimer's or something, and it took me a while. It took me a while to figure out that I wasn't getting enough meat protein, and that my brain worked a lot better when I have beef protein, and my legs feel better when I have beef protein, and otherwise my legs can literally feel like I've been running a marathon the previous day. They literally can be like that 24 hours a day if I'm not getting enough meat protein. I try to switch up between ground beef and salmon and some chicken, but chicken is, if you ever follow Dr. Mercola, he's in the last year on one of his emails that he sends out, he says, don't eat any chicken. Don't eat any commercially raised chicken at all because of the preservatives they put in them. Yeah, earlier this year I cooked up a whole package of chicken from Walmart or somewhere, and I ate all of it within about a day or two, and boy, I got very acidic. If my body gets too acidic, I get burning. I experience really bad burning, well, the other end of the digestive system. That's where I get the burning. And it's very, very uncomfortable. Okay. Double pulley thing. Toolbox. I really should wear a mask when I'm in here sweeping. Toolbox. Yep. Okay, roll the tractor in. But I gotta take a picture of the, I guess I'll call it a cab guard. Homemade heavy-duty cab guard. Maybe I could get $100 for it. I don't know. It's really, really heavy. Okay, well, if anyone has stayed with the video this long, what, 2 hours 36 minutes, you're very dedicated. And I thank you for sticking with me in the video. Okay, yeah, roll the tractor in. I don't think I have anything else outside other than the tractor. Let me get up my flashlight. Okay. Alright, yep. Yep, looks like everything else but the 522XI is inside, so I'm slowly gaining some space. Alright, I'm going to stop the video and take some pictures of the cab guard and have pictures so I can put it on Craigslist. Alright, thanks for watching. You can see my many other videos I got. I probably have 330 videos on YouTube now. Alright, thanks. See ya. Bye.